how this world of atomic consciousness, a different revolutionary way of thinking about the nature of reality, which you call Magava, can be implemented in the world practically. And we said that it's of no use, or you said rather, that it's of no use to implement something that we believe as being truth violently, but that somehow it will evolve and gain some currency in the marketplace of ideas, presumably. How do you expect that to happen in practical terms? If you believe that this atomic consciousness is the key to happiness, and you've actually called it a new materialistic religion, in not so many words. You say this new materialistic religion's goal is not to reach some eternal heaven where you will be judged by the way you have lived your life and consequently be rewarded or punished depending on that final judgment. No, the goal of this new up-and-coming materialistic religion is to make a materialistic heaven on earth.
No. That's not what I have to say. I said that has not to do with me, with what I have to say. It has to do with what is going to come after the current religions lose their power, that there was going to be a period of powerful materialism which was going to take over.
But aren't we in that period?
No. But that has nothing to do with me.
Oh, you don't espouse that. You're criticizing.
This is not. Of course I am. This
Okay.
is so. Don't attribute that to me.
Okay.
In other words, I say that it's obvious that these old religions are declining, go anywhere, and that they're declining, and that after they decline, pure materialism, that materialism that you just described, is going to take over. But that pure materialism is not going to be sufficient to answer the needs of humanity's need to understand absolute truth. Materialism gets old very quick.
I think the reason for
and
the
so
confusion
then
is
after that, you will have a proliferation.
No,
I'm talking.
the problem.
You will have a proliferation of people coming in with interpretations and various visions of what vision to replace the materialism. The materialism won't last. That may last a generation or two. But after that, new visions will always be pouring through. Just as I am presenting a new vision, in that time, new visions will be coming through. When Jesus Christ was doing his vision, I mean, there were thousands of visions all over the place. It didn't have to be his. They could have picked somebody else. When Constantine imposed Christianity on the world, he could have picked somebody else. There were thousands, as they are always. Guys like me, there are always guys around with visions. And they write books about their visions. Or they have somebody write their book about that they saw him say this. But it's which vision will come through. But there are always visions out there. We have plenty of visions in the United States right now. Many guys all over the place.
But isn't your philosophy a type of materialism itself, in the sense that it focuses on the material basics? In a way, you could say it couldn't be more materialistic.
Well,
because
it can't be materialistic if you deny identity. You seem to be wanting to constantly forget that. Without identity, there is no personal materialism.
There's matter, though. You're focusing on matter.
Everything is matter. Everything in the universe is made of matter.
But is it only matter, or is it also something more as well as matter?
What, non-matter?
Yes. Non-matter, indeed.
What are you talking about, John?
Wait a minute. You talk about spirit, don't you?
What is non-matter? What are you talking about?
What is it to be spiritual?
What is non-matter? Non-matter is nothing.
What is it to be spiritual to you? When you hear the word spiritual.
I hate that word. I hate the word spiritual. It's an old word from Christianity. Keep it away from me. I don't want to talk about it. What does it mean? It's the spirit. The spirit. The spirit has no matter. Oh, Jesus, what are you talking about?
Do you have spirit?
You have to define spirit. I mean, I have a whole bunch of electrical and magnetic things going through all of these atoms, and it's throwing out a certain aura of personality and charisma or whatever. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're talking about a spirit. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about a spirit with no matter.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's what the churches teach.
A spirit that permeates matter.
And they charge you for teaching you that. When they take up collection, they're charging you for that spirit. What is this spirit? Who is it? What is it? What are you talking about?
It's God.
Oh.
It's God in the world. But your God is Magava. It's Ma. It's a particle. Isn't that right?
You have to define, if you're going to start using the word God, you better define it. You have to, God means a lot of things to a lot of people. Spiritual means a lot of things to a lot of people. You have to define these words. So if you want to talk to me with those words,
God is
I'd
the
rather
creator.
not, but go for
God
it.
is the creator, the unmoved mover, who has devised a plan before all time, which is being patiently, step by step, being carried out in history, in the material world, according to that plan by that God, whom we don't know, but who made the plan and is being carried out, and we're a small part of that plan.
You just described Magava, but there's only one mistake in that I would agree with, that we are a small part of that plan. There is no we. So
I understand that.
okay.
You would
So
reject that. Right?
what you just described as God, for me, that's Magava, but there's no we. So
What is the relationship of mind and Magava? Because you do admit that there's mind. First, define mind, and then say what is its relationship with Magava.
there is a brain that is non-existent.
Because maybe mind is your version of spirit.
I don't know. Well, you don't have to define spirit. You're going quick now.
You're going to say
Don't go
mind
so
is
quick.
molecules
Don't
at
go so
work.
quick.
You're going to say mind is the molecules in the brain at work, right?
Oh, so now you're asking the question and you're answering the question.
That's right.
Well, can I go home?
Go ahead.
What's the question?
What's the relationship between Magava and mind?
The mind is made of Magava.
Right.
The mind is made of Magava. Now, what is the mind? The mind is the organ, the non-existent brain. It is an organ that is in constant change. And when it begins to function in terms of making decisions, we call that the mind. Simple.
Mm-hmm. Who is to guide these decisions? Is it part of the inner conversation's role of guiding the decisions?
The mind is a separate. Sometimes the mind influences the inner conversation. Sometimes the inner conversation influences the mind. Sometimes they disagree, and sometimes they agree. Sometimes they compromise. They work hard to come to conclusions to determine what actions the body will make.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay. What's the question? The mind. You're going to make me answer the question again. So ask the question again.
Nothing exists.